Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know, about 8-9 days ago we talked about this new saw that we picked up. This is the Dewalt Power Detect. Now, if you can't tell, she's been used. This went to commercial kitchen rebuild this week, and a lot of the work, the flooring was the bottom layer of the floor was original 1901 or so tongue and groove oak, followed by, I assume, some failures happened. They added 3/4 plywood over top of that. Then I guess more failures happened. They added 3/4 plywood again. As you know, everybody knows what you're supposed to do. Just cover it up. Just keep band-aiding. Anyway, that's what they did. And then followed by a sheet of rubber on top that was 1/4 of an inch thick for the finished kitchen surface. And some of the condition of this floor was getting to the point where even the rubber tension's not enough to hold you standing on top of it. And we had joist failures and up to 18-inch drop in some places in this floor. But long story short, most of the floor is in good shape, and so we're having to cut through to take this decking up 3 layers thick of 3/4, with the bottom being oak, and then 1/4 inch of rubber on top. So I'm cutting through a total of what, 1.5 inches, 2 1/4, plus the half rubber, 2.5 inches deep continually. And that is literally about the limit of this saw. And if you can see this blade is annihilated. There's very little carbide even left on it. That's the blade. That is the second blade, actually, because this is what it comes with on it. One of these nice Dewalt blades. I like these kind of lightweight ones. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and throw a new one on it here. But I was just going to tell you guys how it performed this week. As compared to the non-brushless version and the left side blade, we actually found ourselves grabbing this saw a lot more, even though it took a little getting used to the wrong side of the blade. This saw has that much more power, especially when paired with anything from the 5 amp hour range to the 8. If you use under a 5, unless it's, I do have an XR 4 amp hour battery, and it seemed to do okay on it, but I'm talking cuts through material so mean when full of nails and screws and everything else that you need every bit of power you can get, and sometimes a 5 amp hour battery would cut through that material probably around 15 feet before being dead. I mean, that's how brutal it is. The difference between the 5 and the 8 is I could cut probably 2 16-foot runs across the room before killing an 8 amp hour battery. And running that rapid charger with this, that came with this saw, you're actually able to pick this battery back up to full charge in about 45 minutes. To me, that's amazing. I can charge a 5 amp hour battery in less than a half an hour. It's impressive. So if you keep your batteries charging and you have a nice stock of them, you can actually, you know, keep your job site moving pretty rapidly with this saw. We really enjoyed it. We obviously used it to the crazy point, and you notice there I did take the battery off. How about that? And anyway, we used this thing hard. We wore out, I believe this may be the 3rd blade to go on this week. And this was just in 450 square feet of flooring. And if I was being honest with myself, that should have been changed a while back, but we're on a deadline. We have to get the job done, you know. A lot of doing everything perfectly, efficiently kind of goes out the window. You're doing the best you can to get it done rapidly to stay on an owner's schedule. But anyway, fortunately we're working. This is virus time, so we are working in an empty restaurant that is closed at this moment. Or we're working in a portion of it that is closed. They are open for takeout, but we are in a different part. That must be the brake. Cool. Okay, look at there. We're bringing her back to brand new again. But we're working in a portion of the restaurant that's closed, and it's the dishwashing area. And since they're doing takeout, their dishwashing is limited to mainly big pots and pans, so they take care of that in the part that's behind dust containment in their kitchen, and we're all good. We're able to get this all done since everything's takeout containers these days. Anyway, not sure how all that's affecting everybody either, but so far as long as I can work with no one there and it's an emergency situation like this, if I don't do this now and we have to do this when the restaurant's open, to me, that's a lot worse. We have almost no contact with anybody. We have all of our lumber and supplies delivered to the job site, and usually we are not in there while they're being delivered. That way the delivery guys can deliver and stack, and then all they need to see us for is a signature on their form, and they're gone. We even call and pay for materials over the phone, everything. We're not going to the lumber yard. We're being very, very careful and mindful of what we're bringing home, especially since a lot of us have kids and everything. But anyway, so far, we're staying healthy. Hopefully everybody else is too. But this saw has been an absolute workhorse this week. Time will obviously tell how it holds up, but this thing has cut the meanest material for a week straight with just pure abuse. Probably go through 8 batteries a day on this saw. Absolute killing it for 8 days straight. So I have to say I'm impressed after that one job. That's what I bought it for. I had a feeling that the brush saw would end up dead by the end of the week if I pushed it that hard. So switching to this, if it even had the power, and with the 6.5-inch blade, it's not going to cut all the way through that ridiculous material. So this has been a great addition to the workshop. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Little update on the Power Detect saw. And y'all be safe out there and hang in there. It's going to get better soon. See y'all later. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you get a chance. Bye.